Unsolved mysteries have long captivated human imagination, with some of them shrouded in darkness and intrigue for decades, or even centuries. Here's an extended list of some of the most enigmatic and enduring unsolved mysteries throughout history. 1. The Zodiac Killer is the nickname given to an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California during the late 1960s and early 1970s. The identity of the Zodiac Killer remains one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the history of American crime. The Zodiac Killer was never caught or positively identified. Several suspects have been proposed over the years, but none of them have been definitively proven to be the killer. The case remains open, but the trail has grown cold. The Zodiac case has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and even a feature film directed by David Fincher, titled Zodiac, 2007, which portrayed the investigations and the mystery surrounding the killer. The Zodiac Killer remains a subject of fascination for amateur sleuths, true crime enthusiasts, and law enforcement agencies alike. The case has continued to intrigue people because of its cryptic letters and the fact that the killer was never identified or captured. Despite efforts to solve the mystery, the true identity of the Zodiac Killer remains unknown to this day. 2. Jack the Ripper is one of the most famous and enduring mysteries in the history of criminal investigations. The identity of Jack the Ripper, a serial killer who terrorized the Whitechapel district of London in 1888, remains unknown to this day. The case has generated a multitude of conspiracy theories, with some people suggesting that high-ranking officials or secret societies were involved in the murders. These theories remain unproven. The Jack the Ripper case has had a significant impact on popular culture. It has inspired countless books, films, TV shows, and even walking tours of Whitechapel. The mystery and horror surrounding the case have made it a perennial subject of fascination. Despite the passage of over a century, the true identity of Jack the Ripper has not been conclusively determined. The case remains a subject of enduring interest and intrigue, and many armchair detectives and researchers continue to investigate and speculate about the identity of the killer. Various theories and books have been published over the years, but the mystery remains unsolved. 3. The Black Dahlia murder mystery is a notorious unsolved homicide case that occurred in Los Angeles, California in 1947. It involves the brutal and gruesome murder of a young woman named Elizabeth Short, who came to be known as the Black Dahlia due to her dark hair and penchant for wearing black. Elizabeth Short was a 22-year-old aspiring actress and waitress. She had moved to Los Angeles with hopes of becoming a star but struggled to make a name for herself in the entertainment industry. The case attracted significant media attention and has remained one of the most famous unsolved murders in American history. The Los Angeles Police Department launched a massive investigation, but despite extensive efforts, they were unable to identify her killer or establish a clear motive. Numerous rumors and theories have circulated about the identity of the killer, but none have been definitively proven. The case has also inspired a great deal of speculation and fictional accounts in books, movies, and television shows. Despite the passage of many decades, the case has never been officially solved, and the true identity of the killer remains a mystery. The Black Dahlia murder continues to captivate the public's imagination and has become an enduring symbol of unsolved mysteries and the dark. 4. The Voynich Manuscript is a mysterious and undeciphered medieval document that has puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and historians for centuries. The Voynich Manuscript is believed to date back to the early 15th century. although its exact origin and authorship remain unknown. It is named after Wilfred Voynich, a rare book dealer who purchased the manuscript in 1912. The most baffling aspect of the Voynich manuscript is its unique script, which has not been identified in any other known text. The text appears to be written from left to right, and it contains approximately 240 pages of illustrations and text. The manuscript is divided into different sections, with each section featuring distinct illustrations and text. The illustrations depict a variety of plants, strange and fantastical figures, astronomical diagrams, and possibly medicinal or alchemical recipes. Some of the plants in the manuscript do not correspond to any known species. Over the years, numerous scholars, linguists, and cryptographers have attempted to decipher the Voynich manuscript, but none have been successful. The text's lack of any recognizable language or known grammar has made it particularly challenging to decipher. 5. The Mary Celeste, often referred to as the Mary Celeste, is a legendary maritime mystery that has fascinated people for over a century. In December 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, off the Azores Islands, with all crew members missing, despite the ship itself being largely undamaged and its cargo and personal belongings left behind. There were no signs of struggle or distress, and the ship's last log entry indicated nothing unusual. The mystery of the Mary Celeste has led to various theories, including mutiny, piracy, or the influence of natural phenomena, but none have been definitively proven. To this day, the fate of the ship's crew and the reason they abandoned the Mary Celeste remains one of the most enduring enigmas in maritime history. 6. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean where a number of ships and aircraft have mysteriously disappeared under seemingly inexplicable circumstances. The boundaries of the Bermuda Triangle are generally considered to be between Miami, Florida, USA, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle has captured the public's imagination for decades, and while many theories and speculations have been proposed, no single explanation has been universally accepted. Some of the most commonly suggested factors contributing to the mystery include compass variations, magnetic anomalies, human error, adverse weather conditions, and natural explanations such as methane hydrate eruptions. Skeptics argue that the Bermuda Triangle's notoriety is largely a result of sensationalized accounts and that the rate of incidents within this area is not significantly greater than in other heavily traveled regions. Nevertheless, the Bermuda Triangle remains a popular and enduring enigma, often cited in discussions of unexplained phenomena and mysteries. 7. The Roanoke Colony, also known as the Lost Colony, is a historical mystery that pertains to the disappearance of the English settlement established on Roanoke Island in what is now North Carolina, USA, in the late 16th century. In 1587, English settlers, led by John White, arrived on Roanoke Island and established a colony. The fate of the Roanoke Colony remains a historical mystery, and various theories have been proposed to explain its disappearance, including assimilation with Native American tribes, internal strife, disease, and even violent conflict with local indigenous peoples. Despite extensive archaeological and historical research, the definitive explanation for the fate of the Lost Colony remains elusive, making it one of the most enduring unsolved mysteries in American history. 8. The Tamam Shud case, also known as the Somerton Man case, is a perplexing unsolved mystery that originated in Australia in the late 1940s. In December 1948, an unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach near Adelaide, South Australia. The man was found dead, propped up against a seawall, with no identification, and the labels had been removed from his clothing. No obvious signs of violence or injury were present. His cause of death was never conclusively determined, but poisoning was suspected. A small scrap of paper with the words, "Tamam Shud," was found hidden in a concealed pocket of the dead man's pants. This phrase eventually led to the case being referred to as the Tamam Shud case. Inside a hidden pocket of a car near the crime scene, police discovered a mysterious scrap of paper with a sequence of letters that appeared to be a code or cipher. Despite extensive efforts by experts and cryptanalysts, this code has never been definitively deciphered. 9. The WOW signal is the name given to a mysterious and unexplained radio signal detected in 1977 by the Big Ear radio telescope at Ohio State University's Perkins Observatory. The signal was so significant that the astronomer who discovered it, Dr. Jerry R. Emmon, wrote "WOW" in red ink on the side of the data printout, giving rise to its distinctive name. WOW signal was unique because it was a strong, narrowband radio signal at a frequency of 1,420 MHz in the hydrogen line, a frequency where radio emissions from hydrogen are expected. The WOW signal remains one of the most famous and enduring mysteries in the field of radio astronomy. Despite numerous attempts to find a natural or human-made explanation, it continues to capture the imagination and curiosity of those interested in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence and unexplained cosmic phenomena. 10. The Oak Island Money Pit is a long-standing and infamous mystery that revolves around a supposedly hidden treasure buried on Oak Island, located off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada. The legend of the Money Pit began in 1795 when 3 young men discovered a depression in the ground on Oak Island. After digging down several feet, they encountered layers of logs placed at regular intervals, which led them to believe they had uncovered a buried treasure. Various theories about the nature of the treasure have emerged over the years, including claims of pirate loot, Templar treasure, and manuscripts with hidden knowledge. The identity of the treasure's depositor remains unknown. These unsolved and additional layers of mysteries continue to intrigue and baffle both amateur sleuths and professional investigators, leaving many questions unanswered and contributing to the allure of the unknown. While some mysteries may eventually be solved, others may remain enigmatic for generations to come. Thanks for watching ARWorld2020. Subscribe the channel and press on bell icon for updating latest information.